right, guys, you just missed an incredibly impactful moment. These moments happen all the time, and sometimes we kind of take them for granted because it's just the environment we've created. But I just had our #1 producing Sims agent. This guy has done, in the last 6 years, he's done over 450 transactions, and he just came in and gave us a glimpse of some of the value that is happening inside these walls on a regular basis. So guys, come take a sneak peek with me.
So basically what I started off with after we toured the house for about an hour is I just kind of sat down, and before going into our seller's guide and going into the comps and everything, I just asked them, I said, when you purchased the home, like, what attracted you to the home? What was the wow? Was it the wow factor of walking in? Was it the property? What led you to fall in love with the home to buy the house? So then they started to tell me like what it was and the wow factor and all this stuff. And then I kind of went into talking about the old listing. I was talking about, you bought it in the seller's market. And like, as you know, as we talked about while we're doing the walkthrough of the house, we're now in a buyer's market and you're segmenting the market. So before even coming in here, meeting with you, I want to know like, what can I do differently? Because Troy did an amazing job, I felt, marketing the property in the seller's market when he did. But how can I one up that and what can I improve on? Because we're not in seller's market, we're in a buyer's market. And that's when I saw when I was looking at the listing, he didn't highlight Mount Benson, he didn't highlight the trails, the proximity to the parkway, the private school, Mountain View, all levels of school. He didn't do aerial, he didn't fly the drone, he didn't showcase the property. The house is so beautiful, every picture, every piece of marketing was on the house itself, that he didn't market the lifestyle of the property.
This is so key because it's like what we talk about, right? You need to get the buyer of the property to emotionally connect with it before they walk through the door. That's so important, right? Like if a buyer can emotionally connect with the property before they walk through it, they're done. Then the house just needs to live up to the expectations. But like that's what brilliant marketing does. So I love that you captured that with the client. So what was the outcome? What happened after the meeting?
Her response was golden. Because she said they fell in love with the wow factor, but they actually had to think about the house because it was this huge, 7,000 square feet of living space. They felt it was way too big for their family, but because of the property itself, they can see themselves growing into it, moving family onto the property. But what she said to me was, had they have marketed the proximity to all the trails because they're mountain bikers and they like to hike and they have dogs, had they have known the proximity because they came from the mainland to Mount Benson and all the trails and horse stables and everything that they have there, she said they wouldn't have hummed and hawed and they would have offered over asking price. She said they would have paid more had she have known the lifestyle that this property could have brought, and that they almost passed up on the house because they didn't know that. So she loved, like for me, I just stumbled into gold that I started with that. And then, we go through the end of the process and, have a nice day, and we, spent 2 hours with them today, and they had 6 other agents lined up that they were going to interview over the next month. And within an hour of leaving the house, half an hour after I left, I sent them a text. I started a group chat, and I thanked them for having me over, and I kind of recapped a few different things and recapped that I'd love to work with them, especially meeting them, and a few little things. And they messaged me back half an hour later and said, "You've got the listing, we've canceled the other appointments, and please let us know what our next steps are."
Let's get going. Let's go, baby. I love that. That's so sick. That's awesome.
Well, the question is, where do we find these clients?
Google reviews.
Google reviews.
Google reviews.
Wow. We've been preaching that for 2 years. It's awesome. There you go. This is the kind of shit that happens in a creative space. It's what happens when you have masterminds like OGs in the industry, guys that have literally hit milestones that like 0.01% of elite agents ever get to. You get this whole creative think tank together, amazing things happen.
Thank you so much for watching. If you really found this valuable, smash the like button below, subscribe to our YouTube page, and then look for more amazing content.